What is up, guys? Welcome to another episode of Sky Guy Collectors. I am weirdly the host because they're letting me talk first. Chris, this is probably a mistake. So with me, as always, is Chris. And
what's up, guys? Welcome back. Welcome back.
We're here. It's been a hot minute since the three of us got together. The three of us.
We're missing one. We're missing a third leg.
Here's the thing, guys. We talk to you all the time about how important grandmas are.
Yes.
And today, they're more important than ever because Luis is actually missing today to pick his grandma up from the airport.
So
just to bring her here.
He's excused.
Yeah.
But I think he might have to bring her on the show just to tell him how awesome we are.
Absolutely. He's going to have to bring her on the show. Well, first of all, he's picking her up and he's driving her over to his house, I'm assuming, to subscribe, to hit that button and subscribe.
Hit that button. Yes.
So
hit that button, subscribe, share.
There's a link right here that's going to be there. I'm not going to put it there. We're going to make Luis do that work later.
Yeah, Luis is going to do that later.
Yeah.
He has some work to do.
Yeah, he might put it all over the place. We're not 100% sure.
What he could also do is add hashtag get your grandma.
You could get your grandma. This is true.
Get your grandma. Get your grandmother. Bring her on in, tell her, show her this family-friendly show, and we're going to have fun.
I kind of love that. I kind of love it. Hashtag get your grandma.
Hashtag get your grandma.
It's wholesome. It's family-oriented. It's just everything that we want it to be. So,
yes.
Oh my gosh. I spoke over you.
No. You're good. You're good.
Yeah. Luis isn't here to keep me on the leash. So, Chris, what are we talking about today?
Today, we are going to talk about Loki, and we're going to finish up talking about Black Widow. So this episode is nothing but Marvel.
It's going to be all Marvel all the time. Well, all Marvel for this episode. Next episode, when we do our, we're doing a season review of Downton Abbey, first season through the last season, because we know that's what you guys have wanted. And, we always deliver. So watch out for some cheeky
We might have to
British
dress
humor.
up like them.
Oh my God, I love cosplay. This is going to be amazing.
That'd be awesome. That'd be pretty cool.
All right. So, Chris, we talked
sir.
about Loki when it started. We got through the first episode. We all felt pretty good about it. Now we're at the end of it. What are your thoughts?
So, excellent TV series. I'm really happy at the end that they showed there will be a season 2, which is awesome. This was a kickoff to the multiverse. We saw it. We got to live in it a little bit, which was great. And we didn't get bonered this time. We actually got Kang show up at the end of the last episode, which was amazing. But he was the good Kang. And they killed the good Kang, and now here comes the bad Kangs. Now they want to have a multiverse war now, which I think we're leading into Secret Wars. I do really believe that now, seeing all this happen. But it was really good. I would like to say that the composing for the series was really good. I like the composing. I like the music that they played. It kept you on the edge of your seat. So all in all, I'm giving it right now. It's a 10. It's a 10 across the board. And then the next phase has started.
Okay.
So what did you think, Joe?
Well, I mean, I don't know if I'm going to give it a perfect 10, but I mean, there's so much about it that I liked. And I actually just recently restarted watching it because I went back through Falcon and the Winter Witch. That's not it. Winter Witch, the Scarlet Witch, the WandaVision. There it is. Nailed it, guys. Total fan. And then I went back through Falcon and Winter Soldier. And so I just kind of want to rewatch these just to bar the quality. And once again, these were all very different shows. Even with Loki coming back and doing like more of like, like the mysterious, like what if type of things. It's just everyone was a different feel. It was a different art style. I actually really appreciate, I know we're not really talking about this, but I really appreciated watching Falcon and the Winter Soldier for the second round again. I just appreciated more about the action pieces, more about how it was just very much Marvel on the ground, But to Loki, not every episode grasped me. I mean, first episode was really good for a premise, like what are they doing over here? A little too jokey for my taste. I didn't want it to be Ragnarok. They quickly moved out of that. Second episode, we're introduced to female Loki, which we all were expecting. Now, here's the question, and we don't know it, but is this essentially the Enchantress?
That's a good question. And I'm there with you on that assumption. I think she might be. I think she might. I don't think she's a true Loki.
Yeah. I mean, she may be, but with everything being rewritten, pretty much how the show ended is like, hey, anything's up for grab. Venom can be here. We might bring Batman into the mix. Who knows? Disney might buy DC. It's possible. Don't say no.
Well, getting back to your point on that. So when she got pulled out of that timeline as a little kid, she was just playing with toys. She wasn't doing anything.
Right.
That had a significant role of having a Nexus event. So I'm thinking that's why she might be who you said she is.
You know what? That's actually true. We didn't really dive into her past that much.
She was just there playing with toys, and all of a sudden TVA came and they brought her into the TVA as a kid. So how much power could a little kid have to cause a Nexus event? I don't know. I don't know.
I may be wrong on this. I may be wrong, but there was a scene in episode 3 when they're on the train and they're talking about, their parents and whatnot. I don't know if she specifically mentioned Odin being her parents.
She didn't mention no parent at all. She mentioned her mother because he was talking about his mother, but she really didn't dive into her parents, which was now going back and thinking about it, that's a little strange.
What's a little strange? That scene where they're like getting cozy and Loki conjures up a blanket. Aren't they both frost giants?
I know. They shouldn't be cold. Because he did turn, when Thanos snapped his neck, he turned blue.
Yeah.
So his skin color, he's actually hiding his skin color.
Yeah.
Or it's a spell or something.
It's something because he didn't know he was a frost giant.
I know. Maybe it's hidden. Maybe that's why he doesn't feel cold. It could be a spell or something. Who knows?
We don't know.
Well, when they were on that planet, did you see Thanos' helicopter? That's straight from the comic book. That was his vehicle.
Loved that episode because there were so many little drops in there that you wouldn't know. Like I literally had to go back because I don't have that extensive knowledge, and I had to go back and be like, "Oh, there's that, and there's that," and then Thanos has a helicopter was awesome. But can we just stop and talk about Alligator Loki for a second?
I hope there's a figure or a statue of Alligator. I will buy it because that was awesome.
Somebody did a cover of a song where they just changed everything, the watermelon sugar to Alligator Loki, and it's literally been in my head for 2 weeks.
I mean, that episode was good. To seeing all those different Lokis come there was cool, and seeing Old Man Loki.
Oh my gosh!
And I like that actor. He's a good actor, and he really played that role really good, really good.
Like when it looked really goofy. It kind of looked like even the outfit, even though it was based on classic Loki from the comics, you looked at it and it was kind of like when Wanda was dressing up in her classic costume and when they were going out for Halloween.
I'm liking how they're doing it because they're bringing the comic book looks into the MCU now, which is cool because if you look at their new outfits are kind of based on what the comic book outfits were, which is good. Yeah. I like how, I mean, this is not Loki, but Wanda's final outfit looks good. It looks like her comic book outfit. I like that. I like how they're going.
I think Wanda's outfit is probably the best. I think they've done a few really good modern takes on these outfits that made them so classic. The original, the comics, but still so modern that you can believe it. Wanda's is definitely one of them because I didn't know how they were going to do Wanda's. And they nailed it. They just amazing job.
Yeah, Marvel's doing a good job. I mean, Marvel hands down, they're killing it. And I'm a Star Wars fan, and I'm saying it because Star Wars is doing good. It has its fans, but Marvel, they're kids, earmuffs, they're kicking ass
Yeah.
and taking names. That's what they're doing.
Yeah, listen, it's going to be sacrilege because I grew up being Star Wars being my favorite movie. But like, when
Mhm.
people ask me what are my favorite movies now, I'm just like, the Avengers, because I look at my favorite movie as what can I watch over and over
Mhm.
again currently where I am, or the movies on an island. And Avengers is number one. Every time I watch that movie and they get to the Battle of New York, and I got to build up. I'm not just going to jump to the Battle of New York. I need the build up. And they just start coming together as a team for the first time. That is still nirvana in a way that I wasn't ready for when I saw it in 2012.
Oh, we wanted to see it happen. Yeah. We knew it was going to happen, but we wanted to see. We couldn't wait anymore, and finally see them standing together in a circle, kicking butt.
And then they do that tracking shot where it's just like Cap's fighting, Iron Man flies by, shoots a omni beam at the shield, and they're just deflecting, and it's like a video game, but it's real life, and we're there for it. Mm-hmm. And then sticking Endgame, which is just like I can't say the word I wanted to say because grandmas and children, but like what a dream that would be. Need a towel. I mean, I just don't understand how better to say it. So it was just I still watch Endgame and I still watch the original, and those two scenes, portals, when the portals open in Endgame, and then when the circle happens in the first Avengers, mastery.
When Whatchcall goes to your left, and then Cap turns to his left, and then he flies out of the portal. I'm like, yep, that's the. It's just, okay, Loki, cast wise, they couldn't do a better job casting the people to play who they did.
Yeah.
Owen Wilson, awesome. Wow. His chemistry between Loki and Mobius, awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome. All the way to the end. And then the end got my wife because Loki goes up to Mobius to tell him what's going on, and Mobius doesn't have no clue who he is. And she goes, what happened? It's like, that's a different timeline. That's a different TVA. So there's multiple TVAs we got to worry about now. And I just got to say, they need to make a TVA variant jacket because I will buy one. I buy one and wear it around. I want to be a variant.
I actually looked it up before the show. They do have it.
Do they
already? There's a ton of companies making them. Some of them are making really high quality ones. I think Disney's actually selling a version of it. So it's cool. Really something else. So I mean, those jackets I would totally stink and get like in a second, because they're awesome, they're trendy, you can wear it to work. I mean, it's really a style for all seasons. Yes,
it's in the now. It's clothing jacket that you got to wear. I would wear that jacket out.
Would you say it's hip?
It's very hip.
It's very hip.
It's wow.
And now,
wow.
I was trying to do a Spider-Man 3 joke. It just wasn't landing.
All right. So what else did you take away from?
So I think I do want to because we do want to get to one extra thing before we end the show today. So I do want to just kind of talk about Kang just a little bit more. So obviously the big reveal now. For most people who didn't know who the main actor was, Jonathan Majors, I believe that's his name. If that's not, I apologize. For most people who didn't know who he was, as soon as he showed up on screen, people probably knew immediately, oh my gosh, this is Kang. This is it.
Because he's casted for Antman and the Wasp.
Yeah.
So that's why I knew already. I was hoping that was going to happen, and it did. Thank goodness we didn't get bonered, because I would have really mad.
Yeah, I think that, and I think they kind of learned their lesson on that one, because they did have different changes getting ready for WandaVision. But I mean, if they knew they had Loki in the pipe and this is how they were going to do the multiverse, it does make sense why they do that. And that was a fun little nod with Pietro. I mean, not that they're necessarily going to use him. I mean, they still can. The multiverse theory still,
anything could happen, man.
Yeah,
I'm waiting for the X-Men.
Yeah, so I mean, I love the end. I love that he went to a different timeline. Had no idea what was going on. I don't think most people I didn't even catch that at first. I'm like, wait, what's going on? What's happening? And then I realized afterwards, I'm like, oh.
when he looked at the statue,
yeah.
he looked at the statue, and it's Kang.
Yeah,
and I don't think that's the nice Kang either.
No.
I think that's the evil Kang. So
yeah, and I love that he played like just this jovial, like whimsical Kang. Because the real Kang is probably going to be really like menacing. It's going to be a completely different character.
I think he played that way because he was by himself. So I think he was tired of being by himself.
Yeah.
He was going crazy. I mean, solitary confinement makes you nuts. So I think he was going nuts, and he chose. I think he chose Loki, not so much Lady Loki, but I think he chose Loki to take over the control of time.
Right.
I think that was the main president. Because he gave him option: kill me, things go crazy, or you take control of everything.
So to summarize, basically, because like I said, we don't want to spend a ton of time on this because we could literally talk for hours.
Oh, yes.
But like to summarize, basically what had happened was there was always multiverses, but they have been controlled into being one steady line that they called the sacred timeline.
Yes.
So basically
they never crisscrossed.
Yeah, like the scene from Endgame where everything was going and then nothing really happened, which is going to be really interesting, by the way, when we start dealing with whatever Captain America did when he went back in time and variants and stuff like that. They can literally open the floodgates now. Like that Steve could still be out there. You know, he could have been a variant. You know, old man Steve might have just, been something completely different. So there's so many different things that they can go back and forth. Like they were literally geniuses on this. We could keep this universe going. We could recast different people and still have it good. We can do an ultimate universe. We can crisscross between the universes. And of course, the first place we're really going to see that is Spider-Man. And I'm excited
Spider-Man.
for that.
No, that's going to be. The only thing I like about Spider-Man, Sideshow Hot Toys came out with the new Spider-Man figure. They already leaked the new suit.
Yeah,
I don't like that. Shouldn't come out until the movie comes out. I don't know why they did that. It's.
Are we
the
sure
suit's cool?
That's 100%?
Yes, it's the suit. It's the suit that Doctor Strange made for him. It's an enchanted suit.
Yeah,
so I don't. You know what? It's not going to kill the movie for me. It's just killing me that I wanted to be surprised seeing a new suit.
Yeah, I can't even like. There's so much to unpack in that movie because Spider-Man's such a street level hero that they're really throwing a lot of stakes at this. And once again, can't talk about Spider-Man because we'll be off. Like, well, all of a sudden, Toby and Andrew are going to be in the mix, and we're going to be going off. So, I will say that Loki. I'm thankful for another season because I was getting worried. I was like, holy crap, there is not enough time to wrap this sucker up. Yeah. So I'm really glad that they are doing at least another season. I'm going to give it a solid 8. I might revise that, but there was a lot of other stuff we didn't talk. You talked about the music. Let's talk about the art direction for a second. Beautiful. Fantastic.
Yes.
Your
background. Look at your background. We got to see that. That's. Ooh.
I wish it was clearer. I mean, I got Miss Minute over here, but like I will tell you, like the biggest part of the. I mean, anytime I saw anything, I was that. Every little scene because they did an amazing job.
Yes. Yep.
So. That was too much setup to do that guess. But all right. So, Chris, we have one more thing to talk about. And it's not going to be long because I think we are going to be equal-minded on this. Black Widow has finally dropped, or at least it dropped last week. Whenever people are watching, this will probably be 2 weeks ago. We're going to do rapid fire. What are your thoughts?
Sum it up in one word. It was good. It's a good Marvel movie. I don't know if it's worth spending money on it. I would wait till it comes out. Unfortunately, I spent my money on it. But if you haven't seen it yet, no spoilers. Wait till it comes out in October. That's my honest opinion. It has nothing to do with what's going on right now, except for one little, not even a 3-minute scene. But other than that, it was a good movie. Very disappointed with Taskmaster. And I'm not disappointed in Taskmaster because it was a woman. It's just I wanted to see more of her fighting, her learning because the big thing in Taskmaster is she mimics the person she's fighting, not watching somebody on TV like they had watching spoiler. She watched a video of the Avengers fighting.
Right.
That's not Taskmaster. Taskmaster is learning as they're fighting live. So
yeah.
Overall, fight sequences were good. The acting was good. Just good. I'll give a good rating from me. How about you?
So I'm going to well, first of all, I love the Nirvana cover in the beginning. That was actually really awesome. Yeah. I didn't hate the intro. I actually kind of like the intro, seeing that there was a family unit in Ohio, and obviously there's going to be spoiler warning. We already said that, but I did like that. I thought it was pretty cool that they had this family unit, and then they just kind of dissipated and whatnot, and you really saw how intense the Black Widow program was. I love that they brought the main villain was oh gosh, I forgot his name, but they brought
good actor. He's a good actor.
Yeah, but the character's name.
I think I have it here.
But I always wondered what was Loki talking about when he was trying to like intimidate Black Widow and Avengers. Remember, he's like, "Can you really wipe out all that red?" And then he says, "What's his name's daughter?"
Yes.
And I was just like, I don't remember the name, and you probably can't pronounce it.
Ray Winstone. That was the Ray Winstone was the villain. Dracov's
daughter. Dracov's daughter. Yeah.
Dracov's
and Loki says that, and it just we never knew what that was.
Yes.
And now we kind of have the backstory. That being said, on the backstory, it wasn't as great as I wanted it to be. I kind of felt like it was very rushed through, which was fine. Like, I didn't need too much childhood, but I kind of wanted to see more of the training and stuff like that. Just a little bit more of stuff that we saw glimpses of. And maybe they want to get right into the movie, and that's fine. I get that. But after that, it just kind of just became a by the numbers action movie, and you're getting a little like to your credit, it's just little things over here being like, oh yeah, Avengers. Just remember, she was an Avenger, this, that, and the other thing. And obviously, this is a prequel too, so this is all taking place after Civil War. I did like that intro scene. Yep. That was actually pretty cool. After post Civil War, to see her on the run and stuff like that. But other than that, like, it wasn't listen, it was not like the bar is low for me for Marvel movies. I like them all, but I'd have to say the one I like the least is going to be the second Thor, which I don't know why I can't think of the name of that now.
Ragnarok? Elves, Dark Elves.
Yeah, it's the Dark Elves one, but I don't think it was Thor 2. The Dark World.
Dark World.
The Dark World. Yeah.
Dark World.
Yeah. And it wasn't, once again, that wasn't necessarily a bad movie, but it's not a movie. It's a movie, if I'm rewatching through these movies, I'm going to skip. Or maybe it depends.
It was a movie about the stone. That's what it really was.
Yeah.
Because that it was about the stone. It was one of the Infinity Stones. They had to show it. That's where it came from. So.
But it was the same thing. It wasn't necessarily a bad movie.
Mm-hmm.
But it was just a by the numbers movie. I didn't really care about the villain. When Thor's mother's died, I felt like that should have been more impactful. And it's not that they didn't. I just don't know if maybe the direction wasn't great, and it was a good director too. It was a Game of Thrones guy, but I just didn't resonate.
Thor's mom dying and Loki's mom dying, do justice in that movie. But we still hear about it up until Loki. So, it's something that happened to their lives that was very impactful to both of them. And we got to see how impactful it, because we hear about it almost every movie. After that, we heard about his mom, his dad, you know what I mean? So it's like something that drove them or helped them in life. And it was just taking away from them. And it's getting back to your point. It is a Marvel movie. I don't have the bar set high. My expectations are not high either.
Right.
Whatever comes out, and we just got to live with it. And it's not going to be bad. That's the one thing it's not going to be. It's not going to be bad. It'll be tolerable.
I hate to say it, you run the risk with a Star Wars movie, but a Marvel movie, a Marvel property has not let me down, and that's thanks to Kevin Feige.
Yes.
The guy keeps it tight. He keeps it together. Now, we were talking off camera before that, there might have been a lot of sacrifice. There might have been things that were cut out of this film because of just the time space. Like, I think WandaVision had to fill a certain niche because we weren't getting the movies that we needed. But that being said, I will disagree with you on the fact that I think that people shouldn't see it in the theater, because I think the set pieces were incredible.
I'm talking in terms of how much it costs to go to a movie. And, if you have high expectations of the movie being, it's going to be part of this,
right,
then go ahead. By all means, do what you guys want. It's just my recommendation. I'd rather wait till October. To me, it's like, it's not like the Mulan movie so much, but I mean, this should have came out before the Mulan movie.
Yeah, there's nothing that happens. So there's nothing that happens in this movie that is really consequence to the entire MCU. There's a stinger at the end, which I guess we can talk about because spoilers. Yeah. Where you get the Valentino character from Falcon and the Winter Soldier, or Captain America and the Winter Soldier now, come in and try and recruit the Black Widow's sister. Which I forget her name. But they try to recruit her, and we know from the end of that show that they also recruited a U.S. agent.
So they're starting a team. What team it is, who knows?
The Revengers.
What was the team that was in charge? In charge of Thunderbolt. I think we might see that. We might see Red Hulk.
Yeah, I mean that would be good. I mean they were hinting him for Civil War. I remember back, and I was just like, oh my god, that would be amazing. And we never got it. I mean, Civil War is still one of my favorites, but it was still I would love to see them do something with that. But so just finishing up, Black Widow. I'm gonna give it a 7. Definitely not in my top 10. I'm not going to say it's not in my top 20. Would I watch it again? Of course. Am I going to go out of my way to watch it again? No. I'm
with you. I'm with you on that. Yeah, I give it a 7. Would I go out of my way to watch it? No, but if it's on, I'll watch it.
Yeah. Absolutely.
It is, I'll watch it. Like the action, and Black Widow is Black Widow. She's been awesome since she came into the MCU. So
yeah,
I'm down with it.
I think it is fair to say that Scarlett Johansson definitely brought more depth and resonance to the character as much as she could with what she was given with the script. She definitely I don't know, she's always encapsulated that character, but she did probably her best performance here, and it makes it a little bit more bittersweet now when you go back and you look at Endgame. Which, once again, we can completely unpack with the multiverse theory and the Cap theory and everything that's going on. If Scarlett Johansson is really done with the MCU, my vote is not even a little bit.
Nope. It's a role that is going to carry on with her until we don't have no more talk about Black Widow.
Yeah,
she actually made. Now, when you hear the word the name Black Widow, her face pops up in your mind right away.
There's she's pretty much Robert Downey Jr. in that role now. Yep. Well, I mean, to be completely honest, I mean every character in MCU is borderline, maybe except Don Cheadle, is borderline not replaceable. Even I'm in the minority, and I know we're going over. So, Luis, if you're looking at this and you need to cut,
sorry. We're having fun. We're having fun.
We're having a good time, Luis.
Yeah, it's a good time.
Yeah.
He always has to be the dad of the group.
Yeah. Edward Norton. That's what I want to say. Edward Norton.
Yep.
As much as a diva as that guy was behind the scenes and wanted all this creative control, I would say, sorry, Mark Ruffalo, I would have loved to see Edward Norton continue. I liked Edward Norton. He just seemed like a Bruce Banner to me.
I liked Edward Norton, but Mark Ruffalo was a good replacement. Was a good replacement. I mean, it wasn't a bad. Don Cheadle wasn't a bad replacement.
No, Don Cheadle wasn't bad.
I think Don Cheadle was a better replacement.
Right.
than the original actor. I just wasn't feeling
Terrence
that.
Howard, I believe.
Yeah,
right?
yeah. Well, that guy has too much of a serious look, and he doesn't joke around a lot. Don Cheadle jokes around a lot. They love him on set because he's always busting on anybody.
Yeah.
So
no, Don Cheadle was good. Mark Ruffalo did good, but I don't know. I think it's just when you think of Bruce Banner, you just have a certain, it's like a meek look, it's like Peter Parker before he's bitten by the spider, and Mark Ruffalo, even though in the first Avengers, he did have that scientist look and stuff like that. And like meek look, he was still like, okay, dude, you're still a movie star. Calm down. Edward Norton is a little bit too, but Edward Norton can do that. Edward Norton can go from super jacked to just like, ooh. Anyways, we went a little bit overboard. So guys, listen, we're the next time we come back, we're going to have Luis back. He's going to be the ringleader again. He's going to keep us in line. But please subscribe, keep on putting us out there.
Subscribe, hit the notifications, hit that bell, hit that thumbs up.
I'm here. I'm just frozen. I think we should keep this in.
Yeah.
So guys,
guys,
the important thing is sometimes cameras fail us and sometimes things like this happen, but I'm looking to the future.
Yes. He's thinking really hard.
I'm thinking about Spider-Man right now, and I'm really happy about what's going to happen with that. And at least my missed minutes is still moving.
Yes.
So, with this, I think this is the perfect way to end off.
All right, guys. Catch you later.
We didn't do our sign-offs.
The Frozen Man goes first.
I don't like Frozen. My name's Joe. Keep a weathered eye on the future for better content.
I'm Chris. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next episode.
All right. Bye, guys.